Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next movie review, back with Steven Seagal's direct-to-video movie marathon. I gotta say, this is one of the most confusing. Well, listen till the third act, it gets the most confusing endings I've seen in a Steven Seagal movie since probably what was the beginning of this. I mean, Code of Honor. Code of Honor is another one of the 7 movies he did in 2016. This guy, Steven Seagal, he needs to. Well, he's still continuing to do. Well, last one was back in 2019. He's still doing it up until then, and I mean, I also say this: Steven Seagal needs to stop making movies. I don't care if he hasn't made one in a while. He still has to stop making movies forever. I mean, the plot of this film was straightforward up until the third act, where I got so confused. Like, I couldn't. If I try to explain to you guys right now, I probably wouldn't understand what am I saying. I wouldn't. You guys wouldn't get what I'm saying. I wouldn't get what I'm saying because the ending was so confusing. I can barely explain it. I'll try, but like I said, I mean, Code of Honor. Even the film, I still didn't like the film, but the ending just made it more infuriating. But I mean, first of all, Steven Seagal, he's kind of like being like a vigilante, trying to be like, from Death Wish, whatever, right? And this guy played by Craig Sheffer, which I remember he was in a film called Nightbreed, and also he was also in Fire in the Sky, as well. I mean, with Steven Seagal, I mean, he does. The funny thing is, he has a sniper, and he does more sniping than he did in a film called I just did previously, called Sniper Special Ops. Funny is that, though, he does more sniping in this movie than he did in the other movie called Sniper Special Ops, which he just used a machine gun instead of a sniper. So, but Steven Seagal, like, even when he's not the star of the movie, it's not enough. It's still shit performance anyway. Razzy voice, when of course with his fights being one side. I mean, I'm tired of his big ego having thing is like him being one side. Just die already in one of these movies. Although the thing is, he did die in executive decisions, but he wasn't the star. It was Kurt Russell, but still. And then of course when he killed himself in Machete, or say Machete, Danny Trejo. But he was the star of both those movies. When he's the star in the movie, yeah, have him die for once. Jeez, it's such, like I said, he always has such an ego. It's so far up his ass, his fat ass. Like I said, it's like Jean-Claude Van Damme or even Dolph Lundgren. They're on one side. They play characters where they die. But no, Steven Seagal, he has to be invincible in every movie. Tired of that, So, but he's this guy who is, like I said, he's like basically a one man army, like a vigilante, right? He's taken out all the scumbags in the streets, the gangs and all that stuff, right? And the corruption, being like the Punisher or John Kersey from Death Wish. Take your pick. And Craig Sheffer was a guy he used to who worked with Seagal, and he basically going out to get Seagal, basically. And you get supposedly we thought was some nasty gunshots, right? Because there's blood, right, when they get shot, headshots or whatever. But the thing is, it's all done by terrible CGI blood, which that's one thing I'm so damn sick of. I'm so damn sick of seeing all the CGI blood. You can't do anything that's. I mean, there was some practical stuff that's done in I've seen done in previous Seagal films. You know, there were some practical blood squibs and a couple of nasty stuff I've seen that Steven Seagal has done. But here it's the CGI blood. I mean, just can't even afford practical blood squibs and stuff like that anymore. And I don't know. I guess Craig Sheffer goes to the strip club and he gets blown up for no reason. But I think his wife and kid were there and they get saved. And there was this baseball glove that was in his son's room, which I'll get to. I mean, this the whole thing with the baseball glove. I mean, for some reason there's this guy. Forget the name. Yes, how forgettable it is. They make the impression that Craig Sheffer and Steven Seagal are the same person. I'm like, this is where they get this third act where it gets so confusing. I'm like, I mean, how would Seagal know if he had the baseball glove in his son's room? How would he know that? Or I think this ending was so bad. I think I might have just forget what it was. But it's like saying is Craig Sheffer and Steven Seagal are the same person, or are they not? But how did Seagal get to know about the baseball glove in his son's room, Craig Sheffer's son's room, or it's like. And Steven Seagal, you know, especially is doing vigilantes, which where's the code of honor in that, you know? But there is no code of honor for Seagal. I mean, the ending was so confusing. I keep on saying though, it's like either it's Seagal or is this a chauffeur? Is he the one that's doing the crimes? Is it Seagal? Because it's all in his head. Because there were some shots like, or he's where Steven Seagal was going to use the sniper, but instead it's Craig Sheffer that's in his place. I'm like, he's trying to make us. This director doesn't know. This director doesn't even know what he's doing. This guy Michael Winnick, he directed this film and he wrote the film. So Michael Winnick, I don't know what the hell he was doing with this writing this movie, because making this ending so freaking confusing. I couldn't understand. I can't barely explain what the ending is, because the ending is just this weird nothingness, and it just leads into freaking nothing. I mean, what was the purpose of this ending? I mean, the rest of the plot was like straightforward though, but until when the third act kicks in, that's when then this film goes to shit, you know. I think that's why this would be a much more bigger rant than the previous one I did on cartels or killing Salazar. This third act is made of this much for a much more bigger rant, because, like I said, the ending doesn't even know what ending it is. I mean, Steven Seagal, I mean, just of course there's moments where he was sitting on a chair again. I'm like, that's where he needs to stay there, sitting in a chair, sitting his fat ass on a chair. I mean, and then the director doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Michael Winnick, whatever. It's probably probably the shortest one I've done for the Steven Seagal movies. You know? Like, I mean, it's just what other than, as I explained, it was. The rest of the movie was forgettable, but the ending was just so aggravating, irritating. It was so confusing. I didn't understand what was going on. I mean, of course, Steven Seagal doesn't die in this film because like I said, he has to be invincible. And I say it's not Paul Sheffer, because he's still alive and he's still up and about. I mean, like, who was it then? I'm like, jeez, you know, it's like. I have no words I can say about this. It was like, if you've seen this movie, if you see this code of honor, please feel free to explain the ending to me in the comments. I feel free to. Please explain. Feel free to explain the ending in the comments for me if any of this makes any sense to you. If you've seen this ending, so I tried my best to describe this, but the thing is, like I said, it was so confusing and made it so forgettable. It left my brain for good reason because I'm tired of seeing these Steven Seagal movies. I'm tired of sick of all of them. It's just too bad, how it got so good, from his golden movies, from Above the Law to Hard to Kill, Marked for Death, Under Siege 2, Undeadly Ground. Even Fire Down Below is much better than most of these movies. Exit Wounds, The Glimmer Man. Much better movies than any of these movies, especially this or all the previous ones I reviewed. This film just sucks. This third act, I thought it was gonna be like a mild rant, like not in big letters, but this is because this third act, this became a big rant in bigger letters. So screw this movie, Like I said, fuck this movie or fuck Seagal, and just having just go home, stuff his face full of McDonald's, and just get out of my face. So damn sick and tired of these direct-to-video Steven Seagal movies. Like I said, there's been only a slight handful that I liked, but 90% of the movie, they all sucked garbage. But like I said, if you understand that fight, please feel free to explain to me in the comments. I would love to hear your opinion on it. So yeah. I apologize for not getting much into it, but there's not much to talk about. Code of honor. Yeah, this guy just has no code of honor. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time. Fuck this movie. And I still got some more to go for now. Great. But I'm getting there, though. Well, I'm pretty much getting almost done now. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you later. Fuck this movie. Fuck Seagal. Later.